Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We're on scenario 6.2 with the character Drelm over at the Scorched Obelisk. We're at this location. When you succeed at a check to defeat a Bane by 4 or more, you are dealt 1d4 electricity damage. Alright, well, it's scenario 6.2. We're slowly winding down this campaign. Drelm has been doing great, advancing the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Ra, and we will explore, and we will get a Carrion Golem. The Carrion Golem is a construct elite golem. He is immune to the attack, mental, and poison traits. Okay, so fortunately we have a Natron Fang in our hand. We'll just use that. So it says, before you act, discard the top card of your deck. Okay, kind of a bummer. So we have to lose a Blessing of Khepri. If undefeated, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Well, Drelm's melee is D10 plus 6, and the Natron Fang gives him another +1 bonus. So he's adding 7 to this roll, and he's rolling a D10 and a D8. So I think my odds are pretty good. So I'll just keep that because I don't want to roll over 4. Alright, rolling 2 dice, adding 7 to this check. Alright, so we rolled 5, 6, 7, and we had a total modifier of 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweet. So we defeated the Carrion Golem right on the money. Alright, so the Carrion Golem is banished. It says here, if undefeated. Okay, well, we did defeat this individual. Well, now that the Carrion Golem is gone, we actually have in our hands the Sands of Time spell. I don't know if we want to cast it, because if we can add dice to the construct or undead trait, I don't think that's actually going to help us out in this location. So I think I'm going to actually end up tossing that card, and I will reset Drelm's hand, and now I will advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of the Ancients. We're going to explore. Alright, we get this animal. He's elite, combat 9, immune to cold and fire traits. Before you act, each character at your location must succeed at a Wisdom 6 check or recharge 1d4 plus 1 cards. Well, Drelm's Wisdom is d8 plus 3, so he has to do a Wisdom 6 check. I don't really want to recharge any cards, so I'm going to go ahead and use this armor. I can recharge this card to ignore a non-villain Bane's power that happens before you act. I just want to do that. That way, I can just go ahead and use the... Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to use the Natron Fang. It's only combat 9. I'm going to do a straight up melee check. So the melee is +6, and I'm rolling a d10. So I'm feeling pretty confident about that. So that die fell in my hands. So we rolled a 5, and a 6 is 11. So we defeat this creature. It says here, so we rolled a 5. If the result of the check to defeat is greater than 15. So it was 5 plus 6 is 11. Okay, so sweet. We don't have to deal with the after you act effect there. Alright, so not only is this creature banished for the rest of the campaign, it was elite. So resetting Drelm's hand, we are going to advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of the Ancients. We're going to explore. Okay, we get the Memories of Violence. We did not examine this card. It's a Wisdom Divine, Charisma Diplomacy 8. Well, fortunately, Drelm's Divine is D8 plus 6. So as long as he doesn't roll a 1, he is all set. So we'll risk it. Alright, how about that? We rolled a 2. So we had a +6 plus 2 is 8. We defeated right on the dot. Alright, wow. Drelm is just cruising right along here. He has 3 weapons in his hand, and he has a life lantern. He's already met 2 of the 3 monsters here. Oh, let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and toss the Fire Kukuri and maybe the Natron Fang. I don't know. I got this System of Bastet. You may just discard that to your Charisma or Diplomacy skill. I'm going to keep that. And that. Okay, I'm just tossing one weapon. Alright, we got a Blessed of Pharasma. Alright, we're going to advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessed of Ptah. We're going to explore. We get Crocodile Skin Lamellar. We'll go ahead and do a Constitution check. 5. Okay, so we do acquire this boon. It's only a basic item. We're going to immediately discard it. Don't really want it. Looking at the hand is interesting, so we'll keep it. Advancing the Blessings deck, it's a Blessed of Nethys. We're going to explore. We get a Blessing of the Lady of Graves. Divine 10. Drelm's Divine is D8 plus 6. So 50-50 chance here of us acquiring this this boon. So we can bury this card to examine your location deck, then shuffle it. I don't know if we want to examine it. Let's just roll. I mean, it's a Blessing 5. Drelm really should try to get this card. Do I want to use a Blessing on it, though? I have a Blessing in my hand. No, I'm just going to 50-50. Oh, shucks. So it was. Divine was D8 plus 6. So we missed it by 1. Okay, we don't acquire this Blessing. That might haunt Drelm. Advancing the Blessings deck, it's a Blessing of Horus. We're going to explore. Alright, we got a Hollow Serpent. It's undead. The Hollow Serpent is immune to the mental and poison traits. Before you act, discard a random card. If it is an ally, the difficulty to defeat is increased by 3. Well, that sucks. So rolling a d6 for the cards in my hand. Roll a 2, so I have to discard remove curse. Not too happy about that. But his difficulty is increased. Then while you act, other characters may not play cards. You may play no more than 1 card on the check to defeat. Wow. If the check to defeat has a cold trait, add 1d8. Well, looking at my hand, so I can only use 1 card on this check. So combat 16, it's undead, and I do have the Natron Fang. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and well, the thing is I don't want to get more than 1d4. Or I don't want to defeat it by more than 4 because of the Scorched Obelisk. So, I think if I just do the Natron Fang, if I just reveal it, that's going to be D10 and an 8, and my plus modifier is going to be 7. And I need a 16. 7 and 16. Let's see. I can. Shucks. I think I'm just gonna. Am I gonna do that? I have just with that, my modifiers are gonna be plus 7. So I gotta roll a 9 or higher on those 2 dice. I'm gonna actually use a Blessing of Pharasma. I might regret it. I'm gonna roll that. These dice adding 7 to the roll. So 10, 5, 6. So I rolled 16, and then I also rolled 16 plus 6 is 24, so that is way more than plus 4. So I do have to take 1d4 electricity damage, unfortunately. And look at that, I take 4 points electricity damage. I do have the Advocate's Armor. It says reveal this card to reduce acid, combat, electricity, or fire damage dealt to you by 2. Okay, so I can reduce that by 2. I think I'll do that. So this guy, he's defeated. Well, actually, you know what? I played that wrong. Let's go ahead and rewind really quick, because I was not able to use more than 2 cards on this check. So I can't use the Blessed of Pharasma. I'm just going to end up using the Natron Fang. And what I'll do is I'll toss it to roll the additional 2d8. I might regret that, but that's what I'm going to do. So d8, and then roll another 2d8. I just don't want to lose to this guy. But then the Scorching Obelisk is going to come back and bite me. So I rolled 8, 3. Okay, so kind of the same thing here. We defeat him handily, but we have to take the damage now from the Scorched Obelisk. And we take 2 points again. So we will go ahead and just reveal the advocate's armor, and we don't take any damage. Okay, we did it correctly, so we're happy about that. We're going to reset Drelm's hand. We are going to advance the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Pharasma. We're going to explore. We get Falling Rubble. It's Dexterity, Acrobatics, Perception, Stealth. Drelm has a D6 with his Dexterity. It's an obstacle, so Drelm can use his Divine trait, which is D8 plus 6. So, wow. I mean, I don't have to. So I think what I'm going to do for this, believe it or not, I'm just going to go ahead and roll. I'm going to use a Blessing of Pharasma. I'm going to roll 2d6. That's all I'm doing. Let's see what happens. So I rolled 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I was successful in defeating the Fallen Rubble. And I didn't defeat it by 4 or more, so I'm fine there. Don't take any damage. I am now going to reset Drelm's hand. Resetting Drelm's hand now. Advancing the Blessings deck. It's a Blessed of Matt. Exploring. We get a Corrosive Dagger. Dexterity ranged 7. This is an auto fail for Drelm because his Dexterity is just D6. That card gets banished. Advancing the Blessings deck. It's the Curse of the Sphinx. Dun dun dun. While displayed before you explore, examine the top card of your location deck. If it is a boon, recharge your hand, then reset your hand, then discard a card. Wow, that really sucks. So we have to examine. So we are examining the top card of the location deck, and it's this card. Okay, so it's not a boon, so we don't have to reset our hand. So there's that. And we are going to explore, and we are meeting the villain of this encounter, Eshen Theba. She's an outsider devil sorcerer. She's a monster. Check to defeat. Intelligence, Perception, Charisma, Diplomacy, 15. So it says there's an after you act effect, and there was a if it would be defeated effect. So first we have to do Intelligence, Perception, Charisma, Diplomacy. Drelm just has Charisma of D6. He has the Advocate's Armor, which he can reveal this card to add 2 to his Charisma check. He also has the Sistrum of Bastet. It says recharge this card to add 1d8 to your Charisma or Diplomacy check. Alright, so we're gonna recharge it to add 1d8. So we're gonna be rolling those 2 dice, and we get to add +2 to our roll, thanks to the Advocate's Armor. Alright, let's go ahead and roll. See what we get. So we get an 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13. So we had 13, and we needed a 15. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 13 total. We do have bird feather tokens, so we can recharge the card, and what we can do is we can re-roll that 3, see what we get. Alright, and we get it. We get the 5. So we get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we defeated that just on the dot. If she would be defeated, search your location deck for a monster. So there's only one card in the location deck. It's a shock lizard. If you find one, she's defeated. Otherwise, succeed at a combat 23 check. Okay, so we gotta do a combat 23 check now. We have the Axe of the Imperative in our hand. So it says here, after you act effect. So this one says, for your combat check, reveal this card to use your strength and melee skill plus 1d6 plus 2. You may additionally discard this card to add another 1d8. If proficient with weapons and the Bane has a power that happens before or after you act, add another d8. So we'll go ahead and we'll toss that. So we're going to get 2d8 thanks to the Axe of the Imperative. So it's going to be our d10 for the strength. It's going to be a d6 we're going to be rolling the 2d8, and our total buffs are going to be 6, 7, 8. So we're adding 8s to this roll, and we need a 23. Let's see what we get. So we get 5 and 10, 7. So we get 10, 10, so 20, and our total buffs were 8, and we only needed a 23. So it says here that's only if so if we didn't fail, if we fail that check, we take 1d6 poison. But as it is, we have defeated Eshen Theba. We defeated her by let's see, 10, 20, and we had our buffs of 6, 7, 8. That was it. So 6, 7, 8. We defeated her by 5. So we do have to roll for the Scorched Obelisk. Scorched Obelisk says we take 4 points electricity damage. Fortunately, we have the Mystic Silk Cloak, so we can recharge this card to reduce the electricity damage by 3. And then we'll just take a point of damage and lose the embalming fluid. But pretty cool. The Scorched Obelisk has been defeated. The villain is gone. One of the most difficult villains in the whole campaign, I should say. And now let's go ahead and do a deck check. So that was pretty amazing. I mean, good thing Drelm had the Advocate's Armor and the Sistrum of Bastet to help out with that villain. So pretty amazing. Let's go ahead and look at what we got here and check out the rewards for the scenario. Well, that actually worked out very well, and it was pretty cool. So let's go ahead and here's the deck check, what Drelm's deck is looking like these days. He's got a lot of cool stuff. He won that boon, or he found that boon item, but he'll be losing it. Glad we didn't cast this Sands of Time. Usually I'm in a rush and I forget, but it actually worked to Drelm's benefits. So what we're going to be doing is something new here for this campaign. The reward for this scenario is actually this promo card called let me zoom in there. I don't know if you have ever seen this card, but that's the reward for this scenario, is this cool ally. Sorry for the blur there. One more time, and there it is. So we get this cool ally, and Drelm has actually been looking for a new ally for a while. The problem is that since it is a promo, it's like we can't use it for a trader. And Drelm, he had that chance to get that Blessing of Lady of Graves, but he biffed that. So he doesn't have any really cool level 5 items or level 4 or 5 items that he wants to get rid of. So nothing he can trade. I think he'll go ahead and keep this ally, and to make his deck legal, he's just going to toss Commander Abdallah. She really hasn't been doing anything for Drelm the whole campaign. So that is the state of Drelm's deck. He's all set. Thanks for watching the scenario. It was another exciting scenario. Drelm's just been cruising right along. He's a Vault Keeper. Really hasn't been using any of his Vault Keeper powers though. But we'll see if he can use them in future adventures. And there's only like, I think, 4 more left for the whole campaign. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Exciting adventure. I will have another scenario up shortly. Alright, thank you.